All right, welcome back to episode 3 of Am I the Asshole? And let's jump right into it, right? This one comes from Known Occasion 2041. Am I the asshole for dyeing the sweater my sister-in-law knitted for me? From the title, sounds kind of like an asshole move, but let's find out. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, okay, I don't know why I clarify that one, but whatever, offered to make me a sweater. I am also a knitter, and I understand the time and effort that goes into a project. I said yes, but asked if I could pick out the color, and also said I would happily pay for the yarn. She declined and said she wanted it to be an excuse to use up her stash. She is a big time. Teehee. I have such a stash beyond life expectancy type. Okay. She finished the sweater for me, and it fit great, but was in a beige color that I would never wear. I am a soft autumn who flavors plum, roses, terracottas, olives, etc. I don't like plain colors very much, but I love the look of the sweater. So I ended up dyeing it to a pretty green. I reached for it all the time. Oh, okay. Actually, I reached for it all the time. I wore it when I was hanging out with my family, and she was there. She said it looked like one of the ones she'd made me. I said that it was, but I dyed it. She stared at me for a long time and finally said, I wish you would have told me you were going to do something like that. I wouldn't have wasted my Marlboro on you. I don't think that says Marlboro. Marlboro? Sure, let's go with that one. I was taken aback and told her that I absolutely loved the sweater. I would have just never worn a beige sweater. She got she got the sour lemon look on her face and said she would keep in mind to never knit anything for me ever again. She got up and left the room, and I didn't talk to her for the rest of the night. I lived in a different city than my family, so I probably won't see her again for a while. She has every right not to knit for me again, but was dyeing the sweater really that big of a deal? I thought it would be better for me to dye it a color that I would wear than for me to never wear it. Am I the asshole? Oh, that's a tough one, right? I don't know. I'm not a very big knitter. Not yet, at least. But I don't know. I don't know how much of an offense this is. Like, it seems like she's put a lot of thought into everything that she wanted to do, and it seems like she picked out that color for you. But I guess it's kind of better than you never wearing it. But at the same time, it's like, is changing it to something that she chose for you a good thing? Honestly, I think the right move here was to never tell her that you dyed it, to be frank. Because it seemed like she liked it, and then you told her that you dyed it, and then she got upset about that. Maybe the right move was just to never told her you dye it, to be honest. But to decide if you're the asshole or not, I don't know. I can't say. Like, if I had to pick one, I think you're the asshole because you're changing a gift. But I don't have enough knowledge of how much care. It probably takes a lot of care. And I'm assuming because of that, I'm guessing because it probably takes a lot of care. Again, I don't know, to make something, to knit something. And the color is probably something that she thought about. I think you are the asshole, but let's find out. Let's see what Reddit thinks. All right. Hi, Knitter and Yarn Sub here. Not the asshole. You can tell her Marlboro is not as special as she would have listened to you about the color in the first place. Fair enough. Not the asshole. not the asshole, the asshole. It seems that everyone is saying not the asshole. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Most people are saying that it sounds snobbish and Marlboro is not something that crazy. Yeah. I guess everyone's pointing out that she didn't really ask for a color or anything, and then she got upset that she didn't like the color. So I think that's pretty fair reasons. So I think, even though I said that they're the asshole, I think I will have to agree with Reddit and say that they're not the asshole. I guess, again, I didn't think about it too much, just the information that's given and what I'm thinking about. I thought they were the asshole, but more people pointed out, I guess they are being snobbish and they are kind of being mean about, they didn't ask for the color and then they gave them a color and now they're mad that they're not happy about the color. That makes more sense. So I guess they're not the asshole. Let's move on to the next one. Now this one is written by Crazy Panda the 20th. Am I the asshole for reminding my friend that she slept with more than one person? Okay, from the title, yeah, but let's find out. A friend of mine recently met this new guy, and he's pretty conservative. Conservative, I think that's what the word that he's using. Ever since she adopted a lot of conservative talking points and had become obsessed with purity and innocence. She posted on her social media story the other day that anyone who sleeps with multiple people is a... Maybe I shouldn't say that word. I'm gonna have to do the first bleep. And should be ashamed of themselves. I replied, telling her I'm surprised she's saying this because she told me about having sex with a few other guys before. She's even teasing for being a virgin. She got really upset and said I remembered wrong and that I went on a rant about how I'm trying to throw her past in her face. Am I the asshole for asking her this? Edit. I didn't call her out publicly. My reply was through a private message. Honestly, no, I don't think you're the asshole. With that edit, I was about to say, this depended if you said it publicly or privately. Because you said it privately, and she, in any normal sense, if you were shaming them for doing that, I would say you are the asshole. But the fact that not only is she a hypocrite, and two, calling people the S word, SL blank T, you can probably fill the rest with your head. I'm gonna have to bleep the thing that I said firsthand, probably. Yeah. Considering she's calling people that and should be ashamed of themselves, that's kind of, no, you're not the asshole. If you did it publicly, I would call you an asshole, but because you did it privately, I don't think you're an asshole. Now let's see what Reddit thinks. Not the asshole. 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 All right. I don't think I need to look anymore. Yeah. The general consensus seems to be that they're not the asshole, and I would have to agree. I mean, like, yeah, like, what? I don't think I have to explain this one that difficultly. I think I already explained it enough. But yeah, no, I don't think they're the asshole at all. Let's move on to the next one. This one's posted by Secret Local 4754. Am I the asshole for telling my mom she's not allowed to announce my engagement at my sister's wedding? I would say no from the title, but let's look at some more information. Throw away because my sister lives on Reddit and will 100% find this. Okay. So I, 26 female, just got engaged to my fiance, 27 male, last weekend. We've been together 5 years, and he proposed during a small hiking trip. It was a perfect private, exactly what I wanted. I posted a few pics on IG, but nothing over the top. Here's where it gets messy. My older sister, 29 female, is getting married in literally 2 weeks. Big wedding, like 200 guests, custom everything. The whole Pinterest board came to life. She has been planning this since 2022 and has made it very clear this is her moment. Yesterday, I was at my parents' house My mom asked if I was going to share the good news at the wedding, since all the family will be there. I laughed and said no, because obviously that would be tacky. Apparently, she had already told a few aunts that I would be so special. It would be so special if my fiance and I stood up during the reception and did a little announcement for everyone. Or even okay. Sorry about that. Or even just wrote a just engaged pin so people would notice and asked. I immediately said absolutely not. I told her this would be disrespectful to my sister, and I don't want to hijack her wedding for my engagement. My mom got weirdly offended and said I was being dramatic, and the family events are for sharing family joy. She also said my sister wouldn't mind because she loves me. So I called my sister to give her a heads up. She went dead silent and then said, if mom tries to turn my wedding into your engagement party, I will actually lose my mind. So clearly, she would mind. Now, my mom is upset at me for stirring the pot and making it a thing. She says I embarrassed her by implying she'd do something inappropriate. She's also saying I'm trying to make her look like a villain. For the record, I have zero intention of announcing anything at the wedding at all. If people notice my ring and ask, I'll say thank you and move on. I generally just want my sister to have her day. But now there's a tension in the family group chat. My mom is acting like I ruined her sweet idea. So, am I the asshole for shutting this down and telling my sister about it? To be frank, nah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my mom a lot, so I have a lot of care for them. Shout out all moms out there. But I would have to agree with you. I think a wedding is one of those moments where it's the day about people getting married. It's a day about them. And you don't want to make it about yourself at any point. That's why you always want to wear everything to basically fit in, because it's their special day and you want to make it just about them. Asking your sister about it even more, that was good. I think that was a great idea. Talk to her about it, see what she thinks. And yeah, I honestly, I don't think you could have handled it a different way. I think what you did was fair, and I don't think you're the asshole at all. All right, let's see what Reddit thinks. Not the asshole. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, that's it. Well, that's like the only post. Okay, so there's only one person that commented so far. I guess I was uploaded 13 minutes ago. I didn't notice that. But yeah, I would say they're not the asshole. It seems that one person agrees with me, and take that into account as you will. You can always form your own opinion. But in my opinion, I don't think they're the asshole. Let's move on to the next one. All right. This one was posted by Teapot Throw City 4661. All right. Am I the asshole? My friend ruined my Yixing teapot, and I want her to replace it or give me $500. All right. I don't know if the title. Maybe, maybe not. I can't tell. But let's find out. When I went to China, I bought myself a Yixing teapot. This is a clay unglazed pot that gets seasoned the more you make tea in it. Kind of like a cast iron pan. Since it's unglazed, you cannot wash it with soap or any rough sponges. You can clean it by using hot water and then let it air dry. Nothing else. This is the issue. I left for a work trip and my friend watched my cat. I paid her. I told her she can use anything in the kitchen. My Yixing teapot is not in the kitchen, and neither are any of my fancy loose leaf teas for it. I have a normal kettle in my kitchen for guests to use. I can back Okay, I think it's was supposed to say I came back. I came back and found the Gixing teapot in my sink, and it smells like soap. I also had multiple scratches on the inside. I called her, and she told me she used it because she loves the tea I make with it. So, can't speak, goddammit. She then washed it with a rough wire sponge and used soap. She didn't know where my sponges were and didn't want to put it in the dishwasher. I tried to fix it, and I couldn't. Anything in it comes out with a taste of soap, and the scratches are just getting bigger with every boil I try. It's ruined. I called her up and asked her to replace it since she ruined it. She told me to just clean it, and I told her I have tried. She agreed that I sent her to the She agreed, and I sent her to the tea spot from the same store I bought mine. And that was about mine that was most similar. It's actually cheaper than the one I bought in China. It's about $500. She called me pissed after I sent her the link and refused to pay it. She claims I should have told her not to use it. I pointed out that it was behind glass and I don't think I needed to. I asked her to pay again, and she is pissed. Should I just cut my losses? I don't think. No. I don't think you're an asshole, but at the same time, I think even though it was behind glass, I think leaving a note or leaving some kind of way to tell her is probably the best situation. I think you should have told her. I don't think you're an asshole for asking for a replacement, but I do think you should have told her to not use it. That is my opinion. All right. Let's see what Reddit thinks. Not the asshole. It looks like the general consensus is they're not the asshole. All right, well, I'll have to go through it on this one. Again, I don't think they're the asshole. I think they're pretty justified in asking for a replacement after they pretty much ruined it. But I do think they should have put some kind of notice or told her that, not to use it if she didn't know. Or I guess told her not to use it, or, let her know that she can't clean it with soap. All right. And that's all the ones I have for you today, folks. I hope you guys have a wonderful night or a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.